What if I told you that you could create your own game in Canva with just a few clicks and a little bit of information? Let's go ahead and check out this game that I literally just made. This is Quest of the Wandering Blade, a tale of courage, magic, and destiny awaits. Literally just a few clicks, absolutely no current coding knowledge on my behalf, and yet I had this game coded using Canva's AI features. It is a choose your own adventure. So I could post this to anyone that I would like to play this game. All they have to do is hit Start Adventure. They're then giving a prompt. This is the crossroads. You stand at a fork in the road, your hand resting on the hilt of your blade. The path splits before you, to the left like crumbling ruins of an ancient civilization, their stone fingers reaching toward the sky. To the right, a trail disappears into a shadowed forest. You are now given the choice, which way will you choose? Let's say we want to go for the trail into the forest. Next, I'm given another prompt. Now that I've went into the forest, there is a goblin ambush. Forest grows darker with each step. Suddenly, the undergrowth erupts with movement and goblins leap from the trees. What will you do? Will you fight them or will you sneak past them? Well, I'm a brave adventurer. We're gonna fight. And there's a dice roll. I rolled an 11, but I needed a 13. So, failure. Fortune turns against you. And it says, defeated, game over. The goblins prove too numerous and cunning. A sharp pain explodes. And I die, essentially. Actually, I don't think I die. I think in this story, I awaken a few days later in a village healer's hut. And I have the choice to restart. But that was just a very simplified version. I could expand on this as much as I wanted to. Let me show you how to do it. So first thing we're gonna do is make sure you have a current Canva account and access to Canva AI. If you don't already have that, go and look down in the description of this video. You'll find a 30-day free trial for Canva Pro that should get you everything you need to do this. So we're gonna actually be using two tools today. We're gonna be using Canva and we're gonna be using ChatGPT to generate our idea. Unless you are just incredibly creative and you already got it all locked in up here, I don't, hopefully you do. What I went ahead and did is I told ChatGPT what I wanted to make, and I said, let's go with a choose your own adventure game, write it out based on D&D, because that's what I want it themed as, and it should be formatted in a way I can paste into Canva Code AI, right? And so with that, it gave me this information, create a simple choose your own adventure, and it gave me different scenes in option 1, what would happen here, option 2, and it gave me everything I needed. But then I was like, you know what, let's add a dice roll mechanic. Let's add a few other things, and then I said add the add-on stuff. Anyway, I just gave it a bunch of information. We're going to start from scratch right now because, why not? Why not fail in the middle of recording a YouTube video? So let's go ahead, and I want to do this as a Pokemon-themed one. So let's go with a Pokemon-themed choose your own adventure game. Add in similar scenes to before, but make them Pokemon themed. Update the static to be Pokemon themed, and add a catch battle mechanic. Yeah, so I'm just throwing that in there. I have no idea what's going to come of this. I haven't even tried this mechanic yet, but I thought it would be worth trying it out. And so now ChatGPT is going to write out everything that I need. Now, if you're writing this for yourself, you may have to add a little bit more information. I'm just already in the middle of a chat where it knows I'm creating a game. So you may want to tell it, I'm creating a choose your own adventure game using Canva Code AI, and then put in what you want to create. So I am just throwing all this in here whenever it finishes. Design and style. For me, this explains it much better than I think that I could. And so I'm just going to let it finish. Okay, now that it is done, I could read over all this, but for the sake of the video, we'll just move on and see what happens. I might play it for the first time. So now that I've got that, I'm going to go back over to Canva. I'm going to go home, and I want to go right here. This is already selecting Canva AI. And I may go here and hit code for me. And then I'm just going to paste in my idea. And this is everything I just copied from ChatGPT. Again, if you're making this for yourself, you probably have a much better idea of what you want. And so you can go a lot more detailed with it. For me, I'm just trying to make a Pokemon game. And I'm going to press enter. And pretty much as simple as that, it's going to process everything and is going to start writing code. I don't know if you see this. This is actually happening right now. All the code is happening before my eyes. I have no idea how long this is going to be. This can take quite a while. As I was working on another game, I would go and make changes to it and then would regenerate all the code again. So it could take a little while. So for simplicity's sake, I will go ahead and cut to the finished game, and so we can see how it turned out. Okay, and just like that, it is done. Now it's popping up. Okay, here is our UI, and already it looks really good. This Pokeball's, a little bit odd, but I think it's clear enough what it is. It does tell me here, would you like to try the game? You can make choices that lead to different outcomes based on your decisions and dice rolls. Try both paths to see the different Pokemon encounters. Some things you could try: take the tall grass path to encounter Pidgey. And okay, it's gonna give to me. I don't want to ruin it. I don't need spoilers right now. Canva. Let's see what happens. Pokemon Trainer's Quest. Begin your journey as a Pokemon trainer. Start adventure. No! And sometimes this happens. This happened to me on my last version as well. In the last game I was working on, the start adventure button wouldn't work. And I tried a few different ways, but as you can see, it's not working. So we're just going to tell it that. We're going to talk to it like we're talking to a person. We're going to say the start adventure button doesn't seem to be working. And now it's very likely going to go and recode the whole thing. So again, we'll cut to when that is finished. Okay, so we are now done. It is fixed it, I think. Well, I haven't tested it again. When this happened to me earlier, I did have to redo it a few times, and it did eventually work. So we will see. It says it added cursor pointer to the button style to make it. Okay, let's just. Still not working. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going, if this happens to you, and I don't know what's causing this because this did happen in one of my previous games. So I'm just gonna start completely over from scratch and see if that fixes it. I'll let you know if it does. All right, as I've jumped back over here, I've just repasted this in again. This is exactly what I did in the beginning of the video. I'm just unchecking the code for me. I don't think that will make a difference, but just in case it does, I wanted to include that in the video. And now we're just gonna press enter and let it start doing its thing. Okay, let's let it code it and we'll see what we end up with. I imagine it's actually gonna even look different than the first one, but we'll find out. Okay, and just like that, we are done, and we can see it is significantly different. I like the other style better, I'll admit. And I think we could always go in here, assuming everything works, we could type back in there, change the style up, give it a red background, make it more Pokemon themed, right? Things like that. Okay, let's just start adventure. Okay, and it worked, and it actually had a little transition. So as you've seen, what I had to do is I just kind of recopied this and pasted and just started all the way over. I'm not sure what's causing that issue, but if you have the same issue, like I did, just start over, and then it seems to work. So let's try our adventure. You're starting your first journey as a Pokemon trainer. Oh man, you know what? I should have had a choose your starter Pokemon in there. If this was your game and you were making it for your stream, you could absolutely go back in here and add at the beginning an opportunity to choose your starting Pokemon and give it Pokemon, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, right? And so here we are. It says you're starting your first journey as a Pokemon trainer. You leave Pallet Town and come path split. You can head into the tall grass, which we know is where the Pokemon are, or take the shortcut through the cave. Am I the only one that hated the cave in the Pokemon games? Never was a fan of the cave. Always had to escape rope my way out. So let's go to the tall grass. A wild Pidgey appears. That's not a Pidgey. I think maybe I could tell it, hey, update the picture with pictures of the actual Pokemon. I don't know. But now we have the option. We can attempt to catch it. We can battle it. Well, of course we're going to catch it. Oh, dice roll, a 16. Got it. All right, guys, we caught our Pidgey. Pidgey was caught. You caught Pidgey and gained an item. Your journey as a Pokemon trainer is off to a great start. And there we go. So that is kind of the end of it. I could go in here, play around with this a little bit more. And so I just added this text is all I added. Add an option to choose a starter in the beginning between Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Update the photos, the actual photos. Okay, I'll tell you, it didn't do that. It still is not using actual photos. I even came over here and found sprites that I tried to get it to use, and it didn't. But I just want to show you what it's capable of because I thought this was really cool. And so I'm going to go ahead, hit start adventure. Choose your Pokemon. So this is what it made. All right. Professor Oak presents you with 3 Pokemon. Choose your starter companion for your journey. Like, if it would put the actual photos, this would be honestly insane. And so for this, we're going to go with Squirtle, confirm our selection. And then you're given the same option: head into the tall grass or take the shortcut through the cave. Let's head into the tall grass. A wild Pidgey appeared. Now I get the option to actually battle it. It has health. I have health, and so I can special attack, and I'm going to use water gun for 16 damage. And it actually reduces the health. Do you see this? Now look, at this point I can throw the Pokeball. I throw a Pokeball, kind of shakes. Pidgey was caught. I succeed. Now I will say, when I played through it the first time, whenever the health was so high, I didn't catch it. And so it means it actually made the difference. At the higher health, it was harder to catch. But I actually caught it right there, and I could continue on. And so you can continue to expand on this. I just thought it was really cool that it actually put, a battle scenario in here. Let's go through the cave. Oh, there's a Zubat. And this is, of course, how it drew up our Zubat. But I could, special attack, reduces it for 17 damage. He uses Gust for 14 damage. Let's see if I catch it on the second throw. If it does, I'll be surprised. Okay, so yeah, it broke free. And so last time I had to kind of keep fighting it for a little while. And I imagine we could easily add in here, hey, give each Pokemon 4 different abilities to use. And then give it, type weaknesses and things of that sort, right? Oh, I might lose, actually. Hold on. Let's try to catch it now. Okay, there we go. And I caught Zubat, right? And then could we add to this? Okay, you actually have a running Pokemon collection where you only have 6, and then you can kind of sub them in and out. Like, I don't know. Could you keep working on this and make it an even, more detailed game? Maybe. But first, let me show you how to actually make it so people can play your game that you've made. And also, it's not limited to a choose your own adventure. Any game you can think of, like I haven't tried it, but I think you could probably build a platformer using HTML and JavaScript. I think it could build it out. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this, and we're now gonna click use in a design. Now that I have this in design, I could actually do quite a bit of stuff with it if I wanted to, right? At the end of the day, it is just a part of the design, right? And so let's say we want to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to go into my elements. Well, I like more of like the cartoon drawn style, We go something like this. Then I'm going to click here, position, layers. I'm going to bring my game to the front, and I'm actually going to have it take up a little. Right, like this. I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to crop it in. Okay, so then I have, my game ready to play. So what I can do here, actually, I want it to be bigger just so people can see it. So let's zoom out a little bit. This, I think. Right. There we go. So now, and I can do whatever I want to. I can kind of add some cool Pokemon stuff to the background. I'm honestly just throwing stuff on the screen at this point. I don't think we want to darken it or lighten it. We'll darken it quite a bit. There we go. Okay, anyway, design this out, make it look cool. But now I'm going to hit publish website. I'm going to hit publish website. I can go in here and I can rename it. And I'm just going to go with Pokemon Trainers Test. Yeah. So for some reason, I was testing something, and I put the name as timer testing, and that is stuck. I forgot how to fix that later, but we'll just keep it as that. And then I can hit publish website. And now I have a link that I can send to anyone. I can post this. I can have it as a command in my stream or any other way that I want people to get to it. And then as soon as they click on it, they get brought to my website where they can start their adventure and play into the game that I've created. Just like that. Oh no. Failed. Escapes or defeats your starter. Better luck next time. Restart, right? And so just like that, I have made my own game that I can use, and it's in Canva, so I can design it and make it any way that I want. I just thought this was really cool. It's really too cool not to use. So yeah, I hope that you check this out. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm releasing videos just like this all the time. And again, if you need access to Canva Pro, there'll be a link down in the description to get you 30 days for free. Anyway, I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.